Satnam, I'm Devi here offering a general reading, and as always, take what resonates. Have a lot coming through, and two decks coming to mind. One of the decks I don't have with me, and somehow that feels relevant. It all does, whether it's the motorcycle in the background that keeps going or whatever patterns you are seeing in numbers, signs, and synchronicities. A lot of times when we get to the full moon and when we talk about healing, integrating energies, a lot of times we talk about letting go of the past. I feel like that's a lot of what comes through. Let go, clean house, keep working above the undercurrent that triggers your doubt and self-loathing, because that self-loathing is not your innate programming. It is implanted, and it is what you're incarnated here to redirect from rather than regress into. And that takes a lot of work, and you have to know where the flow of the current is. You have to understand yourself enough, your energy enough, to know when you're being tethered. And again, a lot of readers talk about this word is being tested. I don't like that. Like, it's not this is not a pass-fail journey. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, connect, and love, and making that choice to choose you, to make the choice to step out and away from the patterns and the pitfalls. And when you incarnate, there's a part of your soul, there's a part of you that knows that right or wrong, and then there's a part of you that gets cast in this other direction, in this roadmap beyond what your logical mind is aware of. And part of that roadmap is you activating, you healing, and you doing your soul work in different locations as a lightworker, starseed, earth angel. Like, there's some things you have to do, and they can't give it all to you at once sometimes. And instead what you get are these flashes of light that tell you yes, that tell you right or left. You get this moment of clarity, and then it's almost like that closes off and you continue, and then a moment of clarity, and it's getting to the point now where that moment of clarity is going to open wide up, and there will be no doubt. And this is why that healing and letting go of the past, letting go of social construct, letting go of the certitudes and that layer of shame is so imperative, so that you can listen to that guidance without a doubt, because that guidance that you're given for that green light in one direction is going to defy all odds, and it requires you to know within yourself that it doesn't need to be stated to another human being for validation. Because when you reach out for validation, you are often presented with a naysayer, and that's their own pitfall that they're passing on to you. And you have to know how to redirect that energy, or know who you can and cannot trust, because all humans put forth this facade because it's who they want to be, right? Or who they were taught to be, or where they're comfortable being. And it's not necessarily what your soul needs to take from them. You probably have something for them, not them something for you, if that makes sense. Like I said, I've had a lot coming through, but really about trusting. And it's this other mode of navigation, your internal compass, as you clean internal house, as you recognize the layers of society, as you recognize your layers within yourself, you are able to, it's almost like a different tracking system with that internal compass. And yes, along your path, you're gonna find scat to know how to go in this direction or that. Yeah, you're gonna come across some shit, and then you have to know, oh, this is the divine telling me I'm just here to clean this up, or the divine saying this is not your direction, go another course. Like I said, one of the decks was calling out, and that one deck that was calling out, I usually take as cleaning house and that there's more beneath the surface, and that deck is packed up. And I think there's a reason for that, because I think it was the Housewife Tarot. So if you have that deck, maybe you pull that and you get something. But I also feel like that's also like another layer of balance within the divine feminine and divine masculine that is part of the opening right now. So really get the word omen. And I was also getting that June is like the first week of June, like through June to like June 11th, that first week is really important. So pay attention. I would definitely take some time for some self-care and pay attention to any downloads that you get during that time. And not to be scared of what you receive or the power that you have. Not to be afraid of the power that you have to make your own choices. I mean, we talk about free will, but it's really that it's opening up for you to receive. Six of Pentacles, speaking of receptivity, I can't see on the screen. I just wanted to show you the lighthouse in the background. So you're going to get into a more balanced current in this incarnation, in the physical world, in the physical manifestation. There was something else about manifestation I was getting. Like I said, lots been coming through, and I didn't write it down for you. But it's going to balance the cycles. It's now going to get, I want to say, easier in some realm, but it's like you've climbed the mountain and now you can see from the top, perhaps. Okay, let's see what fell out. What needs to rest and what hurt? What needs to rest and what hurt? I double check my room and numbers. My memory has been really going the last couple days. Two. Perhaps those distant memories aren't going to haunt you the same way, and what you perceived as your way of functioning on this planet is now going to be renewed, and it requires you to restore the way you think about your experience and way you believe yourself to be capable in understanding what your worth and value is on this planet. Let's see. Maybe some restorative yoga would be really good for you right now. Some time to rest, to allow these energies to integrate, and for you to really process through your soul purpose and continue to work wholeheartedly. So we've got, I love this card, and yet it's the last thing that we want, right? We want an answer. We want to know. We want to know the end game, but it happens in pieces. So there's a part of you that knows and is working on one level, and there's another part of you that is still unsure, right? And it's because you have a choice at every step. I'm saying monopoly. So you have a choice to pass, like what you do at each stage of the game, and that changes what doors open up for you, right? And if you've been chastised in the past or felt like you were held back as a result of your gifts, that's no longer going to be the case. Your gifts are now going to be revered, right? They're going to be revered because what you bring to the table is necessary, right? So that's where letting the pains come to rest comes to play, and your value will be seen and perhaps sought out in a way that it wasn't in the past. Okay. This is the Starry New Beginnings deck. Nice gilded finish on the end. What new beginnings do you see for yourself? And start sitting with that rather than questioning what's supposed to happen. Start sitting in the energy of what you want. Start pushing your energy into the direction you want rather than asking what will and will not happen. Let it out, let it fly. Open up the heart and feel. So your heart is what's going to tell you what's best. Your heart is the guiding force here in this internal compass that is now your mode to proceed and perceive what is best for you. I love this, especially with the Six of Pentacles that popped out. You're worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. So again, put the energy where you want. Manifesting isn't about like all these checks and balances, right? And then we have to do it this way and that way. No. It's about clearly making the decision energetically, clearly having that discussion with the divine so that they're reading off of you and you're reading off of them. So when you start to pull back in doubt, they give you space. They don't put it in front of you, right? And so you need to navigate your internal compass to say, I'm ready for the next directive. All right, I have two of my decks here. Neither one of these are printed for sale yet. One is on the website, the other is not. I don't know whether it's a guessing game. So, like, how are you going to dance with the divine, right? And what song and dance do you want to play in this lifetime? And then how can you flow with those changes? How can you flow and feel it out and just have fun in the process? Because it's not supposed to be all grueling. And I feel like at this leg in the journey, it is not about all these pains anymore because you've done that work. You're more of a veteran rather than the soldier at this point. We respect the need for cost-conscious decisions and respect yourself and you know, in the material we talk about money, we talk about Excel spreadsheets and budgeting and stuff, right? Well, your energy is a currency. There is a blue jay feather standing upright in the grass over there. That's usually a sign of a message, a clear message. So take that. And so they're going to give you that clear message to cut off ties that you need and make changes that you need. Listen to that. Again, that comes back to the scat. When you are a tracker and you are seeking out and navigating, the scat gives you guidance, right? What is giving you guidance, right? And listen and trust that. And you are respected and continue to respect yourself regardless of how someone's energy pulls at you to want more from you, right? They know what they're doing. This is a lesson I'm still learning, is that some of these energy vampires, these narcissists, these manipulators, they know what the fuck they're doing. So pause and redirect before you give. Pause and redirect before you give. And check in with your heart. What is important to you? What is important to you? And in the short term, that no is uncomfortable. In the short term, that cut off is important, but you're going to free yourself up to continue on your mission and give your energy where is needed more. And that other person needs to stand on their own 2 feet rather than being dependent and sucking off of your energy. Well, I do hope this served well. Take what resonates. Lots of love.